Hello everybody and welcome to episode 2 of Ancient Warfare 2. I'll start this episode by crafting an axe and clearing out more of the trees to make more room for my house and also just to gather the wood. I then spent a while setting up a basic living situation and crafting a plethora of stuff, such as a battle axe, and I tried to craft a hammer, but the recipe for the hammer is the same as the spear, so it wouldn't let me craft a hammer, but I got the basic iron tools and armored up. I then continue to contributes to deforestation. You can also see that I lay claim to this area, which I don't think really does anything special because this is single player. I also started to terraform a little by shaving down the terrain, and after that I started to lay down the foundation of my house, but after putting down a corner, I realized this wasn't multiplayer, and that this video is only going to get like one view, so I have no one to impress, so I decided to scale it back. I didn't really know what I wanted from this house other than starter home, so I reshaped and reformed it a lot. I ended up going with a basic cabin on a cobblestone foundation and floor. And to make it feel homey, I added a flower pot on this crafting table. Once I got the basic shape, I added holes for the windows and started to work on the roof. I decided to add in a second story as like a bedroom slash storage area in the attic, and I think it started to feel really homey inside. I actually liked it a lot. I added a balcony to the back of the second area to get an overview of the soon-to-be pond area, and I liked it so much that I added a little smaller one to the front. I added in a sunroof, and that was the majority of the house complete, so I started to work on the pond. Clearing out the area, I started to fill in the terrain with water. It was difficult to get all the water flat, but I eventually got it. I then added this little waterfall to make it look more natural, spread it some flowers around, and then bone mealed around the lake to make it look really pretty. After feeling satisfied with my base area, I decided to explore the surroundings. I headed west of my base and quickly hit a coastline. Looking off the coast, I saw a ship with a black sail and 2 ruined ships. I made a boat and paddled to the smallest shipwreck first, but once I got on board, I was shot by an arrow and then chased back into the water by a pirate captain. But this was not that hard of a fight. The chest had a bunch of fish, bread, 2 emeralds, and some coins. Not the best, but I'll take it. After raiding this ship, I then headed to the bigger ruined ship. And the first chest I opened didn't have much, but while making my way to the other chest, what I presume was the crew of the ship emerged from the bottom of the ocean, and I was encircled by zombies. I got back into my boat and headed a little ways out and started to pick them off one by one. The other 2 chests in the middle section of the ship also just had a bunch of junk, and the final chest just had the captain's log. But I did rip up the sail and make a bed out of it to sleep for the night. Then I rode up the coastline to this desert and started to look around. After a while, I saw this weird mini castle on the edge of the savanna biome. I wanted to be cautious, so I put down a furnace to cook up some food and I charged towards the structure, but nothing spawned in. There wasn't a lot inside the structure, so it seemed to mostly be useless, but I decided to dig down anyway to ensure I'm not missing anything. That's when I saw that there was another room under the castle. I dug down and still nothing spawned, but I did step on a bear trap, which startled me. I looked at the chest in the corner, but after realizing it was trapped, I broke some stuff behind the wall to disable it. Looking inside the chest, there was an enchantment book and a food bundle inside, which food bundles are really valuable because I can use them to craft NPCs and they're expensive otherwise. The room also had an enchantment table surrounded by a few bookshelves and a brewing stand. I gathered those up and then I wanted to see what would happen if I activated the trap. So after hitting this torch, I ran for the hills and started lagging horribly. I ran for a full 30 seconds of nothing but 2 frames per second the entire way without looking back. Once I stopped lagging, I looked back and saw that nothing was chasing me and the castle looked intact, so I went back. What apparently happened is that this wall opened and then a dispenser shot out some arrows, so apparently my computer is just really horrible. I had a lot of valuable stuff on me and my inventory was getting pretty full, so I decided that I was done with exploring for now and headed back to the house. And that is where I'm choosing to end episode 2, which if you guys are observant viewers, you might notice that it's not even the same length as episode 1. I think by the time I finish editing this, at least the actual gameplay footage, maybe not the total video, is going to be shorter than episode 1. I did say that it was going to be longer than episode 1 because I theoretically would have had more time. I would have had the entire week, but it didn't exactly pan out too well. Basically this video was this actually was recorded to be longer. The script was written longer, the recording of my actual voice was longer, but then while in the editing process, I was like, I'm not going to be able to get this out on Friday if I try to do an extra, maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, however long it actually is of this video. I just can't. There's maybe 1/3 left, but that 1/3, again, these videos, it doesn't seem that intensive because, you're so used to seeing these shot by, shot to shot to shot, nowadays. But it's a lot when you have to, especially the editing. Like, the editing process itself isn't even that bad because you're just looking for clips that match the voice. But the actual editing voice part itself, that's, going through all this footage and writing down what I did, and then cutting out the parts that don't really need to be brought up, and then recording that, and then it's a whole thing. But anyway, the series is going well. I know we're only at episode 2, but I do still actively every day play the world, sometimes for multiple hours at a time. Let me actually give you guys a figure, because I save all these in the same folder. And I believe that this one has nothing that was recorded on the 18th. Currently, oh my god, hang on, wait. Currently, hang on, wait. I'm trying to, and this is a conservative estimate of how much footage I have to go through. There is currently 70.7 gigabytes of footage of me playing this world that I have to go through to make future videos. Not next episode or nothing, but how much I've recorded up to current date. And that's actually not up to current date. This is from when from a recording session from the 18th to today, which is the 26th. 70.7 gigabytes worth of footage, which, so I mean, lots of that is like 45 minutes. Let's see. I'm not going to sit here and go through every one because it kind of takes time for them to load it, but hour. It ranges, I think the longest is 4 fucking hours. Also, I tried to do an audio thing this episode. Let me know what you guys think of it. Basically, I looked up a tutorial on how to make audio sound more present, so I'm sure I sounded louder. Don't know if I really sounded better though. But anyway, I'll leave that up to you guys. Please let me know what you guys think of the audio, and I'll see you all in the next one. Mwah.